So, we've been looking at nothing but Toho monsters. Ones that are the good, the bad, the forgotten, and just the downright ugly. But what if I told you that there was there are 4 different companies that make up the Japanese film industry? Toho, I forgot 2 other ones I can't remember, and Shokiku, yeah. Anyway, this one. This is a giant chicken. It's a giant chicken, that's all I'm going to say. The X from Outer Space, 1967. When a crew of scientists returned from Mars with a sample of the space spores that contaminated their ship, they inadvertently bring out a nightmarish Earth invasion. After one of the spores is analyzed in a lab, it escapes, eventually growing into an enormous rampaging beast. An intergalactic monster movie from longtime Shochiku stable director Kazui Nihonmatsu. The X from Outer Space was the first in the studio's short but memorable cycle of horror pictures. This is from the Criterion Collection, Series 37, When Horror Came to Shochiku. And Eclipse is a selection of lost, forgotten, or overshadowed classics in simple, affordable editions. Each series is a brief cinematique retrospective for the adventurous home viewer. Visit us at Criterion.com. And this one I got from the Farmington Hills Library. So this one is camp. This is a low budget but fun campy time with one of the most ridiculous creatures of all time. That's got a triangular hat and just a beak. There's no image of it, but you just gotta see this creature. Jeez, oh Pete. Is there one on here? No, you maybe see it right there. My word, this thing is just a 200-foot chicken. It weighs 15,000 tons. Oh, you can tell that. Let's get some American actors. Let's get some couple of American actors. Have the Japanese voice dub them instead of Americans voicing them, like Paul Freer and George Takei. So it's interesting hearing Japanese coming out of an American's mouth, but you know what? You don't take this seriously. It's a giant chicken that's going around rampaging stuff. This isn't Gamera, that was Godzilla's box office rival thing, MCU versus the DCCU. Just think of it's a knockoff. Plain and simple. Destroys town. Destroys cities. Breathes fire. Absorbs radiation from a plant. From a nuclear plant. Near invincible. Really. And yeah, there are miniatures that destroy. That there are miniature tanks, toy airplanes, missile launchers, what have you. Obviously, you can tell that even on like a standard DVD, this was made on a low budget. A couple of rooms that show like, oh, let's get a moon base and we'll get an Earth base. It's like, let's grab this unknown substance, put it inside a container, and then bring it down for observation. The spaceship is like what you would see. It's obviously taking influence from Star Trek. And it just, what can I say? Let's get a biologist, but she serves everyone lunch. Huh? But shouldn't there be a chef on board instead of one of the members cooking? I don't get it. It's just full of things that obviously more people are going to remember the English dub, but I'm the type of guy who wants to review it for its how it was originally meant to be seen inside Japanese cinemas. Not trying to be a purist, but if it's available, I'm going to watch it. And this is still just hilarious. It's just the chicken going around just stomping. going through cheapo model effects, but like, you know, breaking buildings and things like that. I'm just like, this is too funny even for me. I just look at it like, I'm just laughing the entire time over just how ridiculous cheap it is. But in a good way. It's campy, it's fun. There's even an American in there who looks like if Abe Lincoln had a goatee and didn't have the hat. It looks like Abe Lincoln. Yeah, there's a Gibson girl on there who's got the Karen haircut. Ultimately, how they decide to defeat the monster, which was called Guilala, Guilala. We're going to create something called Guilalanium that's going to prevent the chicken from absorbing nuclear power. And he's going to be covered in shaving cream or whipped cream, seriously. Yeah, that's what it is. It's shaving cream and whipped cream. Oh. Another idea of just how cheapo everything is. There's a like the ship model looks all right. It looks like something from the future. However, let's have a matte painting and let's get a Stouffer's chicken pot pie meal. Have this be of the UFO that's only seen once or twice, that prevents our heroes from going any further, and is never heard from again once they manage to outmaneuver it. I'm like, what? So UFO that's completely forgotten about, that presents a threat, and it's just dropped. I can't make this up. Then let's throw in a last second supposed love story that just doesn't make sense anywhere. I mean, 1,700 people have given this rating on the IMDb. This is kind of obscure. Eventually, nearly 40 years later, a sequel of sorts called Monster X Strikes Back was made. That is a political satire of like the U.S. president wanting power, the French want like, what are they doing? Beheading someone. The German wanting love, things like that. I have that somewhere. I need to give that a watch. Now I know the context of what's going on. So, I don't know. If you want a campy, fun time that doesn't take itself too seriously, and you know that it's obviously low budget, yeah, I mean, be with a love story that comes out of nowhere, but something that makes 90 minutes go by, then I recommend that you watch The X from Outer Space.